doing a video all about cloth wipes. There are 3 reasons why we chose to use cloth wipes. One is that it will save us a lot of money. That's definitely probably the main reason why we're using cloth wipes. It kind of feels like a lot of money up front, but once over time, when she's using wipes for a couple years, when she's in diapers, it'll save us a lot of money rather than buying packs of disposables all the time and just throwing them away. Another reason is because it's better for her. Disposable wipes, depending on where you buy them, a lot of the brands that sell disposable wipes, they don't have the best chemicals in them, so I feel a lot better knowing exactly what I'm putting on my baby. And then a third reason is because we're already going to be doing cloth diapers, so it just makes sense to do cloth wipes since we're already going to be doing the laundry anyway. We aren't currently doing cloth diapers yet because Celia doesn't quite fit into the newborn ones yet. They don't fit snugly around her legs, so they leak. But pretty soon we will be using those, so we'll do a load of laundry every couple days and throw the wipes in there, throw the cloth diapers, and not that much hassle really for us, but a lot of money savings, right? I did a lot of research online to try to figure out, what the best system would be for cloth wipes, and we kind of came up with our own based on lots of different websites. I don't really have one in particular that I use. But if you don't like my setup, you can definitely look at various other blogs and videos all over YouTube and all over Google and everything like that to try to find different ways to set up your cloth wipes. And the way we're doing it is we soak our wipes in the solution, but you can also fill a spray bottle with the solution and leave your wipes dry and then spray the solution either on the wipe or on your baby when you go to change their diaper. We tried that at the beginning, but it just couldn't saturate the wipes very good, and I didn't want to spray it right on Celia because it was cold, and so I really like the soaking method, which is what I'm going to be showing you today. The only thing to keep in mind if you're doing that is just to keep an eye on your wipes, make sure they're not getting moldy or gross or have a funny smell, but we go through fast enough every couple of days that they get used pretty quickly. For our setup, we have a bunch of stuff that we use, so I'm just going to jump right in and explaining what exactly we use. The very first thing we use is this, I don't know if it's pronounced Oxo or Oxo Wipes Container, and this was pretty expensive. It was about $20, but it's really nice. It has a nice seal so that air isn't getting into the wipes and making them moldy or dry, and it's very sturdy. You can pour water in here and it won't leak out, and it's got this nice weighted plate, I guess you could call it, that holds the wipes down, and then you can just easily pull the wipe up through this, and it works really great. It cleans really easily, and it's $20 up front, but I'm going to be reusing it the whole time she's in diapers, and probably beyond that. I could easily use this for other purposes as well, so I really like that. It's really well made. And then the wipes themselves I bought on Etsy. I got a pack of 48. They look like this. They're white cotton flannel, and the maker of these was called Tushy Wipes, and I'll have links to all these things below. But they're really nice. They're I think 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches squared. They've got the nice, I think, surged edge. We've used these for almost 3 weeks now, washing them every couple of days, and my baby poops and pees just like any baby, and they all come out really nicely in the wash, and they're nice and soft. They soak up all of the solution that we use really well. They're not too thick, they're not too thin. I would compare them a lot to just a disposable, but obviously they don't break apart as easily or anything like that, and they can be washed. And I spent $25 for a pack of 48, and they last us about 3 to 4 days with a newborn, which is pretty good. And as Celia gets bigger and probably starts eating solids, I don't think we'll need quite as many per diaper change, but I think it's a pretty good deal, $25 for 48. For our solution that we soak the wipes in, we use 3 ingredients. The very first ingredient we use is this Thayer's Original Witch Hazel with aloe vera, and it's alcohol free. And this we use to soothe her skin and just, it moisturizes and it cleanses all in one. And a lot of postpartum products contain this because it is so soothing to that area and to sensitive skin. So this just helps because there's so much wiping going on, especially with the newborn when you change their diaper so often. So this just helps soothe that sensitive skin. The second product we use in the wipe solution is this Skin Milk Foaming Bath, and we use this basically as our main cleaner. It doesn't suds up when we're wiping her, which is nice, and we don't add a lot, but it's basically, you know, a wipe is meant to clean the baby, so this is the ingredient we use for that, and it's nice and gentle on her skin. And then the very last ingredient we use is this Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Baby Oil Rub. And this is really great for making sure that the wipe glides easily. Obviously, you don't want to be pulling on the baby's skin and stuff like that. So this is a really nice natural oil rub that you know, you can leave on the baby. You can rub this right on the baby, so I feel good knowing it's touching her skin. And it's nice and moisturizing, and it helps the wipes glide really easily without, you know, you don't want to rip your baby's skin and stuff like that. So that's what this ingredient is for. And then the very last ingredient we use is water. So we put mostly water, and then I mix those ingredients in. I don't have exact measurements of anything. I kind of just spray a little bit of this, squeeze a little bit of that into it. But let's actually go look and see how I make the wipe solution. Okay, so when I'm going to actually make my solution, I make sure I rinse out the container really well, and then I fill it about 1/3 full of water, and this is just kind of trial and error depending on your wipes how much they soak up, but that's about what usually I use. And then I just take the witch hazel and I squirt a bunch of that in there. The skin milk, I just take that and squirt some of that in. I don't do too much because I don't want it to get too sudsy. And then I take the baby oil and I just do a few squirts of that. And then I just take a spoon or a fork and I mix it up. I don't want it to suds too bad, that's why I use a fork usually. It doesn't make it bubble quite as bad. And then I take a good amount of my wipes, and I've already pre-folded them, and I just push them in, and I push down, let them soak it all up. And I take some more wipes and do the same. Just keep letting it soak up. And then sometimes I'll like flip them over, get them more saturated. And then I'll just incorporate some more in, and I just kind of keep flipping them because you want to soak up all that water. So that way they collect some of the water from the ones next to them. And I just keep flipping them. And then I usually flip them all the way over so that the wettest ones are on top, so that some of the water, if there's any extra, will drain down. And I just keep pushing, letting the water squeeze out a little bit. And there you have it. And then I put the little weight back, and then we can just easily pull one out when we're wiping our baby. And there you have it. Very easy. Now when it comes to washing your wipes, we definitely don't want to just throw them in the wash and use any kind of detergent, because the whole point of this is not only to save money, but to make sure whatever products we're using are good for the baby. And so we use a cloth diaper friendly detergent. The one we're currently using is this Eco Sprout, and I'll link to that below. It's all natural, it's safe, you know, for cleaning, and for once this stuff is clean for touching your baby's skin. There's no like perfumes and stuff added, so it's definitely not irritating to the baby's skin. I add about 2.5 scoops of that Eco Sprout detergent, and that's a tablespoon each scoop, and on their website they list exactly like how much detergent to use. But that's mostly for cloth diapers, and since we're just washing the cloth wipes right now in their own low, we don't use as much because the cloth wipes don't get saturated as much as a diaper would. But we put 2.5 tablespoons of the detergent in, and then our wash settings, I wash on the heavy cycle setting, so not normal, I do heavy, and then I do a hot and a hot wash with a cold rinse to make sure that it's really cleaning. And then I also program it to do an extra rinse at the end just to make sure everything gets out and all the detergent gets out. And then I make sure the spin cycle is like a hard, heavy spin cycle so that it really spins and agitates them to get them clean. And I've noticed no residue, no leftover poop or pee or anything like that on the wipes. And I don't do an extra pre-wash or anything with the wipes. When I wash our diapers, I will, but right now with just cloth wipes, I don't need to because they don't get that dirty. So when it comes time to diaper our baby, we obviously put her on her changing pad. And then we have a little setup over here where we keep our wipes. So I open that up and I pull a wipe out. And then I would wipe her off, change her diaper. And then our system for keeping them after they've been used is a Simple Human garbage can, which I can easily just press and open it. And then we use Planet Wise liners, which I will put in the description below. And then to wash them, all you do is pull this whole thing out, empty it into the washing machine, and then wash it on a heavy cycle with a hot wash, cold rinse. And then I do an extra rinse just to make sure it gets everything out. And then I dry them on a normal drying cycle. And then we're good to go. And then I just put this back in here. Celia and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you already use cloth wipes. And if so, if you do anything differently. And if not, if you would ever give this a try. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.